Today we're going to work on relationship spreads. Now this one will consist of 7 cards. We're going to use the universal. Also make sure before I start a reading that I make sure that all the cards are upward, because sometimes when you're shuffling them, if they're upside down, it will mean that there's a blockage. But I usually double check to make sure. So on relationships, it can basically be about your partner, your husband, wife. It could be your child. It could be a friend. So those can be the options of using it for relationships. And this basically helps you with understanding the relationship that you're going to have. So as I start to shuffle, what I end up doing is I say that person that I want to get more clarity with 3 times. I usually say their first and last name, so that I'm getting a more clarity with them. So as we keep shuffling, we're focusing on that. And then we start. Okay, so what we're going to do is start with 1. 1 is going to be to the left. And this is basically your partner or the relationship that you're having with. Then 2 is going to be on the opposite side, and this is going to be yourself. Then 3 is going to be in the middle, which is the power that connects these 2 together. Okay. Then we're going to go down to 4, which is right underneath it. Okay. And then from 4, we're going to go to 5, which is the bottom left. Okay. And then we go to 6, which is the other side of the right. And then 7 is the very top. Okay. So basically what you're going to see is that we have like a cross and then 2 on the bottom. Now 7 is basically the point that is the goal of the whole thing. Okay. So as we go into depth and deeper with this, I'm going to talk about 1, and I'm going to talk about what I'm seeing with 1. Basically what I'm seeing with 1 is that we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 sticks that you're holding. So this is something to do with your partner and about struggles that they're having with different situations in their life. So as you're looking at that person, you can see how I'm reading the symbols in this and how they have a really good grip on it. So they're really, really struggling with it, and they're pushing it forward. It could be some of their goals. It could be some of the situations they're having. It could even be some of their past lives. But then you see down on the bottom, which sometimes I have to really, really go really close. When I'm telling people to read and they're not picking up anything, I say, bring the card close, just like I'm bringing it to the camera. And as you see, we have a house, which is the foundation of that relationship. Okay. Now I'm just giving you a general by, us looking at the spread. So based on your energy and what you're picking up, you get more detail as you're focusing, using your intuition and your inner psychic ability. Okay, then after you go from there, we're going to go to 2. Okay, so 2 is yourself. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 swords. As the 9 swords, you're worried. And these are basically the struggles and things that you've already have accomplished, but maybe you're still trying to clean them up. And as you can see, your emotions are being covered up by the blanket. Okay. And you're setting up because sometimes you're losing a lot of sleep from it. So you also can go really close and see all the details that are going on. And you can go into even more with the flower and the symbols in here, even the pillow. So everything represents, and every meaning is different. You can study the basic symbols, but when it comes down to reading, you're basically going to use a lot of your intuition and your feeling to connect to that person. Okay, so That one goes back to number 3, which is going to connect these two. So these are going to end up doing it. So as you can see, this one, they have 6 coins and 2 people. So this is showing that they're struggling with money. One partner is wanting to basically not give out the money, but the other one does. So it's trying to balance these out. Okay. And then if you look closely, you're going to see the house in there. Okay. All right. Okay, now we're going to talk about number 4, which is the common base. And basically, this is a page of cups. So basically, this is going to be more information based on the other 3 cards that you had. So anyways, on this one, there's a symbol of a cup and a fish, and then the emotions of the water. And if you look even more closer, you can see that it has flowers and a belt and how the hand is setting on the side. And basically, this is holding some of the emotions in the relationship. Maybe both of you are doing that. Sometimes it's pretty rocky at times. So that's number 4. And then 5 is on this side, which is basically the resource of your partner. Okay, so basically this is given information with the 2 sticks. And of course, you can see really closely that there's a house in the background, but there's also a lot of growth going on in the background, not only with the sticks, but over here. So you're looking from the growth you've already had in that relationship, and then the stick in front of you, you're working on improving other stuff that you have. So, and sometimes with this one, with the world in your hands, could be symbolizing that you're being affected by other people that are around you. Maybe they're giving their comments in situations. Okay, so then we go into 6, which is the other side. And basically 6 is your resource of you, because the other one was your partner and this one's yours. Okay, so as you look at this one, you can see this is judgment, which is basically being careful, because you may be talking too much to some of your friends, and this is going to influence your decision making. Sometimes you need to just go in silence and meditate and clear things up instead of hearing too many choices down below. So I'm just kind of reading off the basic generic of a relationship and the symbols that are going on. Okay, then we're going to go to the very last one, which is 7 on the top. And this is basically the focus point, the mutual thing that you're both aiming for. So as we're looking at this one, this is the Knight of Wands. And the Knight is on the horse, galloping. Of course, you can see the desert, which is not the same as this one, which had the greenery and growth. The desert is pretty dry, similar. So there's been a lot of rocky roads going on with the relationship. This is just kind of almost giving the whole bottom line of both sides together. So as you can see the stick, and there's growth and situations you're working out, but you're still concerned by the face. Okay, and then you have the symbol of the lizard, and then you can take in the symbols of the colors. Okay, so of course it would be more in depth with the symbols. This is basically teaching you how to do the layouts. This is just one of the few of the layouts to relationship. So what I would say is practice this on yourself with a relationship, and then study the cards. The biggest thing is that if you look at a card and you're not quite sure, and you're like, I don't feel anything coming in, what I suggest you to do is take a couple deep breaths and go and enter with you and ask the questions. What does these symbols representing. And then what I also tell people to do is get it very, very close. Now I'm showing it close to you because I want you to have it very close that you can see every little detail that's going on, as in what colors, the expressions on their faces. And once you put all this together, that'll basically give you the story that you're needing. And it'll just naturally come forward through with your body. You'll feel the energy. Some people feel it, some people see it. You'll see symbols, you'll hear messages. Everybody's psychic gifts are different. Others do more than others. So now I'm going to retell you the numbers again. This is 1, this is 2, and 3. Okay. Then we have 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay. So hopefully this will help you work on your relationships and make them stronger. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed.